Good evening once again from Las Vegas, Nevada, inside the Orleans Arena. Welcome to the Hoop TV Las Vegas Invitational. This is game 3 of 4 games. It's the third place game of this Invitational, and if it's anything like the first 2 games, it's going to be a good one. I'm Josh Sushan alongside Sean Rooks. Each of the last 2 games basically came down to the final possession, and we look for the same thing here as the Bradley Braves with a record of 3-2 take on the Illinois Fighting Illini with a record of 4-1. Sean, we did yesterday's game. Illinois, very tough loss on a buzzer beater. What do you expect out of them coming back the day after?
Well, definitely, tough teams obviously have to overcome adversity. Buzzer beater loss to a Utah team who came back with a spirited effort to pull out the victory. Now it's going to see what kind of a team that Coach Weber has. A young team has to bounce back from adversity. Coach Weber making one change, bringing Legion into the lineup, taking out the young Brandon Paul. We'll see if that gives them a little bit more veteranship to get off to a better start.
Will Egoff gave up about 4 inches on the tip, but he's able to control it, and Bradley starts with Sam Maniscalco running the point. Man-to-man defense as usual for Illinois. There's Taylor Brown with the ball. He's their best player. He scored 18 in yesterday's game. This is Chris Roberts. Gets the screen from Egoff.
As you can see right from the start, Bradley likes to spread the floor, setting a lot of pick and rolls to get a shot. Right there, an ill-advised shot.
That was Chris Roberts who misses on the front end of that 3-point attempt. And here's Dimitri McCamey of Illinois. And here's DJ Richardson. And a steal on the other end from Bradley. And Warren misses, but the putback is there by Taylor Brown.
Taylor Brown doing, a lot of times you get a steal, players tend to stay back, assuming that layup's going to be made. Taylor Brown not taking any chances, running the floor well with the nice putback dunk.
Brown averaging just under 19 points a game, and he's on the scoreboard for the first basket in this one. There's Mike Davis with the ball, top of the way. Now here's DJ Richardson.
Josh, as we said yesterday, I think Mike Davis is a capable scorer and player. Has to assert himself. Way too passive in yesterday's loss against Utah.
McCamey loses it on the way up. Good defense by Bradley. And here they are in transition. Maniscalco lost the handle, tried to go a little bit too fast. And back comes Illinois now with McCamey. And now they'll set up the offense. That's Alex Legion who making the pass entry. He gets the start today instead of Brandon Paul. And a whistle on the first foul of the game.
Nice strong post up from Mike Davis, drawing the foul on Taylor Brown. As I said, we would like to see Mike Davis assert himself a little bit more. Very capable scorer.
Richardson trying to get it inside to Davis, but nobody home. So it's another turnover for Illinois. A bunch of turnovers in the early going.
Second turnover by Richardson. Richardson being a freshman guard has to control the ball. You can't have costly turnovers if you're going to try to win.
And Warren drains the 3, and it's 5-0 Bradley. But back the other way, Tisdale, the pass a little bit too high even for the 7-footer. Here comes Maniscalco.
As you said, Josh, another turnover. Illinois shooting themselves in the foot early here.
Egoff, a nice backdoor pass, but goes out of bounds. Not quite enough room. Good idea, but not quite enough space in order to make that backdoor pass happen. First substitution, Brandon Paul will come in for DJ Richardson. Paul had started every game so far for Illinois until today. Alex Legion got the start instead, but he's the first guy off the bench for Illinois.
Here's a tribute to what kind of a coach Weber is. Obviously Richardson getting off to an early start with the early turnover. Instead of yelling at him, send him to the end of the bench, they pat him, say, hey, we got to get you out, let you settle down, bring in the other freshman, Brandon Paul, but definitely encouraging.
McCamey, a good pass. Tisdale can't finish with the left. Illinois still looking for its first bucket, and here comes Bradley in transition. Maniscalco for 3, and that's not the type of swish you want as it just hit the bottom of the net.
I would like to see McCamey use his leadership, calm his Illinois team down and get them a solid shot.
Or he takes the long 3 himself, cannot get it to go. Illinois still looking for its first bucket.
Hey, these guys are throwing the playbook out. They said, let's just get up and down the floor, make it exciting.
And here's Will Egoff, giving away about 4 or 5 inches in a center matchup there. On the drive was Roberts. He can't get it to go. McCamey tracks it down. Frantic pace so far. And here's Brandon Paul inside of the big guy Tisdale. Very nice pass to Mike Davis, and it goes.
Thought Mike Davis overshot that layup. Nice find by Tisdale to Mike Davis. Good passing on the interior.
Mike Davis averaging just under 11 points, just over 10 rebounds, but last night just 1 of 6 for 2 points and 5 rebounds. They're going to need a better effort out of Mike Davis in today's game, and that's a good start for Davis. On the pick and roll, Maniscalco finds Egoff, and he uses glass nicely.
What I like about Maniscalco, instead of coming off the pick and roll and going laterally, he attacked the basket, forcing the defense to come up. Nice find to the big fella for the layup off the glass.
It's a 5-point lead for the Bradley Braves. Tisdale inside. He gets tied up and able to come up with it, and the second effort goes in for Tisdale. Tisdale was encouraged by his head coach to be more aggressive out there. He was maybe caught watching the talented freshman a little bit too much early on in the season, but his last 2 games have been excellent. He has good defense there against Egoff. This is Alex Legion. And now McCamey. And he gets blocked by Egoff.
McCamey never stood a chance there, didn't make a move, didn't change the defense of the long arms of Egoff. Nice block by the big fella to avoid the foul.
Here's Warren. Now the cross-court pass to Maniscalco. Brown on the drive, in traffic, and he draws the foul.
Nice ball movement early here by Bradley, exploiting the defense in the Illini. Slow rotation. Brown doing an excellent job driving to the basket, drawing the foul.
And that takes us to our first media timeout of the game. 15 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the first half. We're just underway. Bradley leading Illinois 7-4. We're back after this timeout. 7-4, Bradley, the early lead over Illinois here on the final day of the Hoop TV Las Vegas Invitational. Josh Sushan alongside Sean Rooks. We want to give a welcome to everyone watching, especially those fans in the state of Illinois. These two teams, Sean, located very close to one another. According to MapQuest, 94 miles apart, so it's about an hour-and-a-half drive. And so for Bradley and Peoria, Illinois, and Urbana, Illinois, one of these situations where I'm sure Illinois, that's the big school, the Big Ten, and Bradley sort of like the younger brother with an opportunity to knock off Big Brother here.
Well, what a crosstown rivalry here. You have the Illini, obviously, with the reputation, but you have a hard-fighting Jim Les and Bradley University team. So it's almost kind of like reminds me of playing Arizona against Arizona State, even though they were in the same conference, kind of the same feel, actually the same distance.
Yeah, exactly. And to add a little bit more spice to the rivalry, DJ Richardson is from Peoria, Illinois. He was a starting guard for Illinois, got off to a shaky start, was sent to the bench, and Bill Cole, another reserve for Illinois. Both of those players are from Peoria, Illinois, so they left where Bradley University is located to go to the Big Ten school, Illinois. And so a lot of familiarity, I would think, with a lot of these players, and certainly for the fans as well. And I'm thinking Bradley coach is thinking, man, I would have loved to have Richardson because they recruited him.
That's right. Jim Les, unfortunately let one go. But what I'm impressed with is the fan support from the state of Illinois. You obviously have Bradley here. You have the Fighting Illini, and this stadium is filled with nothing but people from Illinois. Yeah,
it's a good crowd here. And yesterday's games between Oklahoma State and Bradley was definitely more Bradley fans. In the nightcap, the Utah, Illinois, there was more Illinois fans than Utah, even though Utah is located closer. And certainly we're seeing that as a good crowd here for this third place game.
I would imagine this is like a hot summer night's day compared to what the weather's like in Illinois, but definitely excellent fan support for both universities.
Brown hit 1 of 2, so Bradley has an 8-4 lead, and now Jeff Jordan checks into the game for the first time. There's Brandon Paul.
Coach Weber going to his bench early, keeping players fresh after coming off that hard-fought game. You know, what people don't understand, there's a lot of emotion that go down to a buzzer beater, so you have to keep guys fresh and keep that level of energy up.
Jordan with the drive, and now he backs it out. Inside of the big guy, Tisdale. Gets his own offensive rebound. Looking for some space. Misses 2, and a rebound by McCain for Bradley, who checks in transition. Warren the pull-up, drains it.
Nice ball movement. What you like, it's so funny, in this tournament, in this LVI, a lot of these schools take the mannerism of their coach. Jim Les was a hard-fought point guard. that played obviously in the NBA. And as you can see, his Bradley team constantly pushing the ball up the floor. Big men running, guards pushing. They find Warren in the corner for the big three.
Brandon Paul trying to move a little bit too fast as he's called for the travel. He subs out as Dimitri McCamey comes back in. So Bradley
Keller checking in, had a great offensive talent. Hopefully he can come in and give his team a boost. As we said, Weber going to that bench early. No starters in right now other than McCamey.
7-point lead for the Bradley Braves and the ball. Edrin McCain, top of the way, dribbles the ball through his legs. It's Warren off the screen. With two guys in his face, can't get it. Rebound by Bill Cole. He's one of the players from Peoria who's on this Illinois team. Jeff Jordan now. Off the screen. He had Keller open but didn't see him. McCamey will shoot the three, misses it there. And a rebound by Simrau. So they get a new shot clock to work with. There's Dominique Keller, thought about the three, now the mid-range jumper, and he drains it.
Nice release, Dominique Keller's instant offense, doing a great job, didn't want the three, took the dribble, took up the slack, knocked down a big shot.
So here's Warren, who missed all of last season. And now the jumper from Taylor Brown, no good, rebounded by Cole. And a whistle, and a foul called against Bradley.
If that is on Brown, that is his second foul. You know, as a player, Josh, you hate those fouls. Going down the court, gets his hand caught in the cookie jar, but unfortunately now he has to go and sit on the bench. You take your top scorer out the game. Bad news for Bradley here early. Yeah,
he had 21 points yesterday again. He's averaging just under 19. We'll see if he's going to sit out the rest of the first half or whether he'll come back. Some coaches, once you get two, you're automatically out for the entire first half. Some coaches will let you go for a third. It'll be interesting to see what Bradley does with its leading scorer.
Well, with this deep team that they have and the way that they, with the tempo that they play, they probably have to get him out the game so he doesn't pick up a quick one and then really have to sit out for the rest of the half.
And now McCamey, and he traveled. McCamey looking for someone who wasn't there and came down with the ball still in his hands, so the traveling violation. And it's 11-6.
Today, and what a tale of contrast. McCamey, a totally different player so far. Yesterday, calm, cool, and collected, was the player that was helping his team stay in it. Right now, a little bit flustered.
McCain gets the screen from Kanisevic, goes the other direction, flips it back out. Good ball movement from Maniscalco, a three, and he's going to go to the line to shoot three as McCamey is called for the foul.
That was the player we just highlighted. I was just talking. Uncharacteristic. McCamey, a junior, that is an uncharacteristic foul. You don't foul a jump shooter, especially a player firing from the three. Go out, challenge with your hand up, get ready to box out.
So Maniscalco will go to the free throw line. This year, Maniscalco averaging 9.2 points. The sample size still fairly early in the season when it comes to free throw percentages, but nonetheless, as he makes that one, he is now 12 of 14, including that one. And again, he'll have 3 shots. He's a junior from Chicago, Illinois. Yeah, the most threes made last year for Bradley was 71. They call him Big Play Sam because he's had so many dramatic big buckets late in games, Sean, for us. So, I mean, it's a guy who doesn't shoot a ton, but when the game's on the line, they put the ball in his hands, and he's made a lot of big shots.
Well, you know, in that stocky build, the way he runs his Bradley team, you can definitely see why they would call him Big Game Sam. He looks like one of those guards that are fearless.
So 14-6 Bradley with the early lead, outplaying Illinois right now. And McCamey's pass goes out of bounds, and more confusion for Illinois offensively.
Coach Weber's beside himself. Now you have your leader in McCamey, who's just out of sorts right now. You got to come back in with your 2 freshmen. Right now, Richardson checking back in for Jeff Jordan.
So McCamey,
Coach Weber's over there seeing who's going to come in this game ready to play. Brandon Paul comes in and goes right back to the bench early.
So an 8-point lead for the Bradley Braves, and McCain to run the point. That's Sims Edwards who's checked in. And a long three, no good. That was Kanisevic. This is Bill Cole into Dominique Keller. Now DJ Richardson back to Keller. And a tough baseline jumper, but a very nice shot.
Nice post up, very patient. As I said, Keller, instant offense, doing a great job on the post work.
Maniscalco off the screen from Egoff. And now Egoff from about 10 feet, no good. Simrau able to come down with the rebound. Cole will try the three, just missed the three, but he's gonna get the loose ball, and a whistle and a foul, count the basket.
Well, Bill Cole has been the highlighted player, a player that was not seeing much time from the pass, works himself into the rotation, coming up with a nice basket right there to close in on this lead from Bradley.
All right, so it's 14-10. Bradley is leading Illinois as the Fighting Illini are making a comeback. And this one, head coach Bruce Weber, knowing the benefits of this tournament, here's him talking about this tournament.
Well, what we try to do in the off season or in the non-conference season is, we got a couple home games. We had, as you said, a new team, an experienced team, get some experience. Now you go to a neutral site playing against different teams from all, different leagues, different styles. Jimmy Boylan, very good coach, got him to the NCAA last year. He was assistant at Michigan State. I've known him a long time. They're going to be well prepared. They got some big size, big guys inside. They're going to take it to you in the paint. So that'll help prepare us. Then you got a Bradley or an Oklahoma State, different styles, and that's what we try to. And then we go to Clemson. So a lot of leagues, a lot of different styles. You're hoping to be ready for the Big Ten, and if you get that opportunity for postseason play.
And perhaps another reason why Bruce Weber is excited to come to Las Vegas is this city has been good to him. Back on New Year's Eve of 2004, he brought a team here to Las Vegas. They were the #1 ranked in the nation. They ended up in the NCAA championship game that season. They had a 37-2 record, so he's got a lot of good memories of being in Las Vegas.
So he's one of the people that Vegas does good for, bringing his team down. Well, at this time, Lady Luck catches up with him just like it does everybody else. Last night, taking a little bit of a sting. But as we said, an early loss with a young team is not the end of the world. Coach Weber is going to continue coaching just like he does. He knows he has a young team that he has to try to get them to mature and improve.
So Illinois is trailing 14-10 right now, but a chance at a three-point play as we come out of this timeout. Bradley looking for a win over a ranked opponent for the first time since 2008. And for Illinois, ranked either 20 or 21, depending on what poll that you look at. In all likelihood, Illinois is going to drop out of the top 25 based on its loss to Utah in last night's game. But right now, they're still ranked. And so, again, Bradley looking for its first win over a ranked team since defeating then number 16 Drake back in February of 2008. Here's Bill Cole looking to convert the three-point play. And he does so. Here's Maniscalco.
Weber and his Illini team coming out with a little bit more pressure on the ball. This is what's going to take to be effective.
Sims Edwards now spinning, and that's going to be offensive. Dimitri McCamey takes the charge.
That is the type of defense Coach Weber and his Illinois team need. One thing he was concerned with starting off the season, he said, hey, we've got to improve on defense. That time finding themselves down, clawing out to get back into this game. Excellent defensive sequence.
McCamey looking for a wing. He gets it to Richardson, and he might have forced that one inside, but McCamey comes up with it and is able to lay it in.
One thing about young players, they are fearless. Nice pass, threading the needle, but they were successful. McCamey coming up with the catch and the basket.
It's a 7-0 run for Illinois to trim the lead to 1. $17 on the shot clock for Maniscalco. Two different guys talking about giving him the screen. And now Maniscalco giving up to Roberts, who traveled. He thought that he kept his left pivot foot. His teammates thought they did. But it's a travel for Roberts. And a chance for Illinois now to take first lead for them today.
As you look at the stats, Illinois obviously coming from behind, 1-point deficit. They are pounding Bradley on the boards, 12-5.
Keller drives baseline, finger roll up and in, and Illinois has its first lead of the game at 15-14.
There's that man. There's that man. Dominique Keller for another basket.
Roberts the three the other way. He drains it right with a man in his face.
Roberts so composed, stepping up, knocking down that three like a big dog, retaining the lead for Bradley.
So 17-15, Bradley the lead. McCamey looking to get it in the post to Mike Davis, but he doesn't see anything there, so he gives it to Richardson, and now a whistle away from the ball. Kunicevic and Davis were battling, and the foul is going to go against Milos Kunicevic. So 16 fouls now for Bradley, Sean, and we're at just over the halfway mark of the first half. One more foul, and Illinois is going to be shooting free throws the rest of the half.
That's a great point. You know, let Mike Davis catch the ball. He hasn't had great position, but you're fouling him before you even see what he can do with it.
And there's Davis, who can't get that one to fall. It's been a tough tournament for Davis so far. From the corner, Warren, the open three. No good. It was open until Davis ran at him. Good hustle by Davis to contest that jumper. Richardson the other way, in and out.
Ooh, sometimes you don't recommend that quick shot, but that was a nice shot by Richardson. Ball just didn't drop for him.
The alley-oop, a little bit out of control there. And looks like everyone's going to be okay. So Taylor Brown, who's checked back into the game with those 2 personal fouls, flying up, and he says, I should be shooting. He says that was an alley-oop.
That's on the side. No way they can give that a shot.
He's an athletic player, Sean, but that would have been an unbelievable athletic play. He might have been in a Circus du Soleil type of show if he was going to make that shot.
Or the referee has a heck of an imagination.
And so, indeed, they will inbound the ball underneath.
Keller stepping out the game to get a blow. What a heck of a job he's done, giving his Illinois team a punch off the bench.
There's Warren. And steal by Cole. And he gets blocked the other way by Roberts. Each one does a nice job defensively.
Cole stiff leg, never got himself off the ground, did a great job on the defensive end, but what a second effort block from Bradley.
Brown short on that jumper. I don't think he had his legs under him for that one. Here's Richardson on the drive. Richardson, no, but there to clean it up is Tisdale.
Tisdale so long with that calm mannerism. Nice rebound off the missed dunk by Richardson. 17-17, knotted up. These teams are competing, Josh.
And Illinois is on a 13-4 run. Bradley was leading 11-4 at one point. Now it's 17-17, and a lot of intensity in this game, Sean. You have to like both teams. Again, we mentioned how they're both from the same state. You know, there's a lot of bragging rights. The fans are into it, and a really competitive game here.
This is a fun environment. It doesn't get any better here. You know, there's a lot at stake on the line here. You know, even though it's an early season tournament, you have to look. Bradley, like you said, never upset a top 25 team. Illinois does not want to go back-to-back losses. So even though you think Illinois is supposed to come out, be this powerhouse, and run over Bradley, the truth is, in the back of their mind, they took a loss last night. This is a hard-fighting Bradley team, a very capable team of taking down Illinois and giving them their second loss. So there's a lot of stuff on this.
And so here's a look at that last play in which tied it up.
Great drive by Richardson. Richardson takes it in strong. Fortunately, Tisdale in the right place at the right time with a nice punch back.
We get back to a point about Illinois not wanting to drop 2 in a row. Their next game after this one is Wednesday at Clemson as part of the ACC Big Ten Challenge, and so they've got another tough game on the road, so they definitely do not want to lose this one. Maniscalco inside to Egolf. Goes to the bounce pass, and Taylor Brown can't get it to go.
Egolf with the big drop step. Power it up, big fella. Don't make the extra pass. Go up there and get yourself a basket.
He's listed at 6'9", going against Tisdale 7'1". Maybe he was a little bit worried about getting blocked.
But he had Tisdale in the air. I thought he could go up, get that nice little foul and one. Has to be a little bit more aggressive.
There's Jordan. Gives it up for Davis, the baseline jumper, and Davis just cannot get the ball to drop. He's getting good looks, and he's not missing by much.
That's the second one he missed exactly the same way. Nice setup by Jeff Jordan.
This is Chris Roberts. And now they'll set things up. Roberts from the left wing, guarded by DJ Richardson.
I love the patience of this Bradley team, not forcing anything, looking for the options on how they can attack.
High screen from Egolf. He rolled but wasn't open. And now they're down to 7. They got to hustle. Maniscalco with the drive. Drop back 3, misses everything except the bottom of the net.
Now that's a box out.
Yeah, absolutely. Jordan with the drive. And Tisdale might have traveled. Some of the crowd thought that he traveled before he steps up and hits that outside jumper.
And I tell you what, if there's one thing that Tisdale can do, that is the trail J. And if you're watching out there on the court, that is the effects and obviously what you can do when you can shoot the ball. Step right on into it, let it fly.
Roberts with a strong drive. And it's saved by Jordan. And he's going to look to push the ball. Brandon Paul with the ball. He's checked back into the game. So both freshmen, as Richardson now has the ball. Both freshmen into the game. Nice bounce pass to Davis. And there, Davis gets one in. We'll see if he can get rolling now.
Mike Davis' shot hasn't dropped, but what I like about it, a lot more aggressive offensively. Coach Weber's obviously very encouraging on the sideline. Mike Davis doing a great job. Nice find by Richardson.
So Illinois up to a 4-point lead. Warren trying to stop this run, misses the three. Another rebound for Tisdale. And now the trailer jumper for Tisdale. Can't get that one to go in. Loose ball and a whistle and a foul going against Bradley.
You know, as you watch this game, this is what I felt Illinois was lacking last game. They needed somebody else to step up. Mike Davis is finally responding, active on the boards right there, drawing the foul over the back.
Illinois on a 15-3 run at this point, taking a 21-17 lead with 6 minutes and 12 seconds to go until the half, and we'll be back after this timeout. 21-17, Illinois is leading Bradley with 6 minutes and 12 seconds to go. This is the third of 4 games in the Hoop TV Las Vegas Invitational. Coming up at 7:30 will be the championship game of this tournament, Oklahoma State against Utah. To recap, the first 2 games of this tournament were played at the home sites. Yesterday, 4 games, 4 more games today, Sean. It's been a great Thanksgiving weekend. The host here in Las Vegas, the Orleans Arena, have treated us great. We've had nothing but exciting basketball for day and a half now.
2 days of great basketball, and where can you see it? HoopTV.net. You know, you can turn on TV and watch all these tournaments, but obviously if you've keyed in, you saw some excellent basketball. Both games today decided by less than 3 points, 2 teams fighting it out, and tonight's championship is going to be, obviously we're watching a heck of a game right now, but there's even a more intense game coming up after this, Utah against Oklahoma State.
And a programming note here is there's going to be more college basketball coming up on HoopTV.net. The Las Vegas Classic will be held in this same arena December 22nd and 23rd. Among the participants will be a BYU team that is 5-0 and a Tulsa team that is 5-0, and you can catch all of those games right here on HoopTV.net. So 21-17, Illinois with the lead. And Mike Davis going to the free throw line. And this will be a 1-and-1.
As you look up at the scoreboard, what's encouraging for the Illini, 21-17, 3 team fouls. That means that not only are they going on a run, they're getting stops without fouling. They're in the penalty, shooting for the rest of the half.
Davis came into the game shooting 67% from the free throw line. He hits home the first one. So he hits them both, and it's now a 17-3 run that Illinois is on. Bradley led 14-6. Now it's 23-17. Bradley needs a bucket to stop this run.
Well-deserved rest by Mike Davis. Great job out there pacing this Illini team.
Maniscalco looking to create something. Here's Kanisevic. Gives to Warren. And a bad pass by Kanisevic. Jordan is right there. Jordan on the break. On the trail, it's Dominique Keller, a wide open 3, but he misses the rim.
You know, one thing that got you about that shot, whether Keller can knock that shot down or not, the fact is he just came off the bench. Give yourself some time to get a feel for the ball, obviously, and if you're going to shoot it, take up the slack. Take a couple of dribbles in. Nobody was even close to him, knocked down the big 3.
So here's Warren. Goes away from the screen. And now McCain on the drive. Kanisevic, good defense by Brandon Paul.
That's the second time Kanisevic has asked for the ball back, but he's not ready to shoot.
So ready to shoot there from the corner is Sims Edwards, and he hits it. That's a three, so it's 23-20, an important three. Cuts the lead in half and stops a 17-3 run.
Jim Les saying that's a carry. I agree with him 100%. Refs did not see it that way.
Brandon Paul from the left wing. He spots up, wanted the shot, missed it, rebounded by Warren.
Brandon Paul, one of their talented freshmen, still trying to find himself out there. This time, Kanisevic heard me. He said, hey, instead of jabbing, holding the ball too long, tries to raise up and knock down the shot.
And there's Tisdale. Looking to go inside to Keller. Good bounce pass to Keller. Keller using the glass. Try to get the offensive rebound, and he's going to get charged with a foul. Good effort by Dominique Keller, but McCain had position. And so it's a foul on Keller.
Keller doing a good job fighting for nice position on a low post, but rushes the shot off the glass a little bit too much. Never really had the ball in his hand, and then out of frustration tries to get the shot back, causing the foul.
Here's McCain, who'll be picked up by Jeff Jordan. And now McCain again, back to Warren. Good ball movement here around the perimeter. Shot clock down to 12. Kanisevic thought about the three, maybe thought about the miss that he had previously. Now down to 6. Sim Edwards down to 4. McCain's gonna have to throw one up here. He does. Just barely got the rim. Thompson, the offensive rebound. He's underneath the basket, a whistle, and they're gonna say a shot clock violation.
Oh, they're gonna go and help him out. The ball definitely hit the rim.
So I got a feeling they're gonna reverse this one. And if so, that's going to be a break for Bradley because Thompson had the ball in a tough position. He tried to throw up a shot, and he didn't have to because they had a new shot clock.
Great call, Josh. Yes, he definitely was going to turn that ball over. Thought he had to get the ball up. Bradley's going to retain it with a full clock.
And so the officials are still trying to straighten it out, and Bradley head coach Jim Les is not happy with something. As the official is explaining it to Jim Les, and whatever the official is saying, Jim Les is not too happy with it. But nonetheless, we are at the under 4 media timeout. So with 3 minutes and 51 seconds to go, 23-20, Illinois leading. We'll be back after this timeout. Three minutes, 51 seconds to go to the half. Illinois is leading Bradley 23-20. It's the Hoop TV Las Vegas Invitational, and it seems like neither one of the sides of the fans or the teams are happy with what the officials call on that last one. To review, a shot as the shot clock was going down. It looked like to you and I, Sean, that the ball just barely hit the rim, which should mean that if Bradley got the possession, got the offensive rebound, the shot clock would start again. But we still haven't got an official ruling on what the call is here, as the teams have had the media timeout here.
But
both sides haven't been happy.
As the comment that you made, a great observation was that not only did the ball hit the rim, but when the Bradley player retained it, he tried to go back up. So that he was behind the basket, so that would have resulted in a traveling call or a turnover. But the ref stopped play. Now Bradley's going to retain it with a full clock. Unfortunate for Illinois.
So this has been a game where Illinois had an 11-4 lead and also 14-6. But then Illinois went on a 17-3 run to take a 23-17 lead. And the Illinois fans are not happy at all as Bradley will have possession underneath the basket.
Can we get along? The state's divided.
So here's McCain. Warren with the drive against Cole. He gets the foul call. Can't get the roll, but he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. So Warren will go to the line. He had a tough night yesterday, 1 of 8 shooting for just 4 points. He also had 5 turnovers. He's one of the better players for Bradley. Missed all of last year with a stress fracture to his right foot, but as a sophomore, averaged 13.2 points as a sophomore as he makes his first, and he was the most accurate 3-point shooter on the team. Sometimes, Sean, after missing an entire year, it takes a while to get back into the feel of being able to play night in and night out.
Oh, yes, it does. You know, even when you come back, everybody thinks that you're healthy. It takes you to get that game speed as well as that confidence. And depending on the injury, it can be very mental.
So Illinois' lead is down to 1. Here's Jeff Jordan, and yes, he is the son of Michael Jordan. More of a defender and a guy who's going to look to distribute the ball. He doesn't look for a shot as often as his dad, to say the least. And Richardson's pass is stolen by McCain, a good save. Warren with it. And it's about a 1-on-3 for Warren. They thought he walked, but the officials don't agree.
A lot of whining in here.
Yes, there is.
Bradley's just head down, just playing.
Penisevic along 3, no good. And Bill Cole, yet another rebound. Seems like he's everywhere grabbing rebounds. Jordan on the break. And again, he looks to pass. And ball gets taken away. McCain is able to get the loose ball. He was lucky that that wasn't a turnover.
Too many players want to jump in the air and make a pass. You know, that's the fundamental. Stay on the ground, make a fundamental pass. Will result in less turnovers. Both teams turning the ball over way too much.
Warren with the drive from underneath, flips it up and in. A nice shot.
Nice shot. Nice acrobatic shot and body control. I thought he was way too far into the basket, but hey, what do I know? Warren said, watch me now. Nice little kiss off the reverse.
And Bradley, a 1-point lead, and a timeout is called by Illinois. Head coach Bruce Weber wants to talk it over here. Is looking for some momentum going into the second half, and Bradley is now on a 7-0 run to retain the lead, 24-23. And we'll take a look at that last play here, Sean, as Andrew Warren, after making 2 free throws, comes back here with a nice drive.
Nice shot. Bradley reversing the ball, takes the hit, comes under the basket. Degree of difficulty, I give him a 9.9 on that, Josh.
Very impressive. Andrew Warren comes from an impressive family. His uncle, Tony Warren, scored over 1,200 points when he played at Butler in the late 70s, early 80s. His cousin was Johnny Davis, who has over 30 years experience in the NBA as a player, a coach, and an assistant coach. And his godfather is Chuck Person, the former NBA star.
Wow, so you talked about a great line. Johnny Davis, Coach Davis, was my head coach in Orlando, so I'm very familiar with him. So it's great to see. Now we know why he can make shots like that. Obviously, talent runs in the family.
He's had a lot of people who's been able to give him advice through the years, or maybe even some one-on-one games in the driveway or something where you learn to get a whole lot better when you play against that kind of competition.
That's right. I'd like to get a ticket to their family reunion.
So Illinois trailing by a point with the ball. Just over 2 minutes to go into the half. It's been a great, exciting first half. That's Alex Legion, who started, who's back in. Now Cole. Davis from the high post. Jordan will take a shot and hit the shot.
Excellent ball movement. Jordan not known for his shot, but if you're a basketball player, you got to take what the defense gives you. Nice big shot by Jordan. Great ball movement by the Illini.
And what Jordan's really known for is his defense, as he's hounding McCain there. Warren, a good bounce pass to Thompson, who's fouled, and count the basket.
Anthony Thompson on that long frame. Nice finish. Excellent pass from Warren. I was wondering when Thompson's going to get in the game. If you hadn't noticed, he's been running the floor hard every single time. Finally, that time, being aware on the roll, nice finish, chance to complete the N1.
Anthony Thompson, 6'10", listed at 2'11". He's a sophomore. He's put on 40 pounds since coming to Bradley. He redshirted as a freshman voluntarily.
40 pounds from
40
2'11"?
pounds, yeah. So he was, what, 170 something?
It's wet.
So a 1-point lead for Bradley. Loose ball. Thompson's got it. Goes down to the ground, but a whistle and a foul called against Illinois. We'll take a look at Thompson, who just got the rebound on the defensive end, back on the offensive end here, Sean.
Anthony Thompson right here. Warren doing a good job threading the needle. Good finish by the long arms of Anthony Warren. Anthony Warren back on the free throw line after being tripped up by Tisdale.
So Thompson making the most of his playing time. As Thompson hasn't gotten a whole lot of playing time this year, averaging under 10 minutes a game, and the lefty sinks the first in the 1-and-1. And now the second shot on the way, and it's a three-point lead for Bradley, 28-25. And Bradley's now on an 11-2 run. It's been a game with a lot of runs.
Got us a seesaw battle here.
Good screen by Simrau for Jordan. Now Legion.
Legion hasn't really showed up. Legion known for his shooting, but hadn't even had a chance to show that.
And Legion a little out of control. Body's falling, and it's going to be a foul called against Bradley.
Phillip coming across, tackling. A lot of bodies, a lot of contacts hitting the ground. This is a physical game.
That's Ryan Phillips, who had just checked into the game, who's called for the foul. And that'll send Alex Legion to the free throw line. And Legion is now 3 of 5, including that free throw on the season from the line. Illinois used a 17-3 run to take a 23-17 lead. Bradley has come back with an 11-2 run. And Legion gets them both, so it's a 28-27 lead for Bradley with 1:09 to go.
I'd really love to see Brandon Paul come in and give his Illini team a nice lift. For the last 2 days, struggling a little bit, still trying to find his way in his young college career.
On the drive is Roberts. And we're under a minute to go now. McCain almost got caught in midair. Now here's Roberts with the drive.
Great
Open
setup
look
by Roberts.
Oh, but he missed everything.
Whoa.
And a rebound by Simrau.
These fans let him off the hook. I thought it would go crazy with the air
So
ball
did I.
chant.
So here's Brandon Paul. Got off to a sensational start, and last couple games haven't been as good for him, as he had 42 points combined in his first 2, but just 19 in his last 3. That's Paul with the ball here. With about a 6-second differential on the shot clock. Paul gets the screen from Davis. Better hurry with 4.
On the shot clock.
Jordan will shoot it. Barely hit the rim. Loose ball. Paul's got it. See if he'll launch a 3. Nope. Inside to Davis and count the basket. A good look by Paul. Very nice look by Brandon Paul there, Sean. I thought he might just try and launch the 3, but instead he saw the open man.
You know what? That was an excellent job of Paul keeping his eyes up. What nice composure from the freshman on that possession. Like you said, normal, the guy would come up, take a 50-foot three-point shot. Paul keeps his eyes up, finds Davis for the nice little layup.
So a very entertaining first half with a lot of lead changes, but Illinois, including that basket, a 29-28 lead. We will take a break here at halftime, then we will come back with more from the second half and more thoughts on the first half. We are here in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Orleans Arena for the Hoop TV, a Las Vegas Invitational. At halftime, Illinois is leading Bradley by the score of 29-28. And here's an opportunity to look at some future college stars right here on hooptv.net. It's halftime here from Las Vegas at the Orleans Arena. Illinois leading Bradley 29-28. I'm Josh Sushan alongside Sean Rooks as we look here at the halftime statistics, Sean. And one of the things you highlighted, Andrew Warren, 10 points, a young man who struggled a little bit in yesterday's game, but has really done a nice job so far for Bradley.
Definitely came out from the gate pacing himself, making some nice passes, knocking down the big shot. What I like about this Bradley team, they are a hard-nosed team. They didn't come in this game saying, hey, we're playing, the ranked Illinois team, or maybe because it's a crosstown rivalry. Came out here to set a statement. Warren's done a great job pacing them from the beginning. It's
been a game of big runs. Illinois went on a 17-3 run to take a 23-17 lead, and then Bradley came back with an 11-2 run that gave them a 28-25 lead. And when you look at some of the other statistics here, Illinois, 25 rebounds for Bradley, just 14. That's a big advantage, but it hasn't hurt Bradley.
No, it hasn't. Bradley still in this game, 1-point deficit. Illinois is being more active, out of sync. The turnovers is what's killing Illinois, but right now doing a great job pounding. That might play them dividends towards the end of this game.
Something to look at for the second half is the foul trouble for Bradley. Their leading scorer, Taylor Brown, picked up 2 quick fouls. We were wondering if they were going to bring him back into the game. They did. He picked up a 3rd foul, and so will be interesting to see whether or not how much playing time he's able to get in the second half.
Well, the good job is, he was able to survive without picking up another foul that was going to send him to the bench. But, anytime you get some fouls early, it does tend to make you a little bit more timid. Started the game off with a nice couple of plays, picked up those fouls, pretty much haven't heard from him since. But you know what, now that half is behind him. Let's see if he comes back to his aggressive nature and get himself in that scoring column and take over. Like you said, he is their top player.
And on the other hand, for the Illinois, they also have one of their top players, Mike Tisdale, picked up 3 fouls. Tisdale had 6 points. He had a couple of blocks. We've seen him very nice on the trail, on the fast break for jumpers. He's got 3 fouls, so they had to go to Richard Semrau at times in the second half. So that'll be an interesting development to watch, too, in the second half.
Well, yes, it was. The pressure that is being put on Tisdale is the fact that Bradley centers run, and they like to bang. So where Tisdale, not only can he come down and look for a shot, he's got to get back on defense. He's a frail body, as you see. So they're, by them getting to his body, it's giving him a little bit of problems. Not having a good shooting day, knocked down a couple of big trail Jays, as we saw yesterday. That is what he does. But you know what? The fact of the physicality of Bradley's causing a lot of problems for him, so he's going to have to come out and try to play with fouls and be more effective this half.
Illinois leads 29-28 here at halftime. We want to thank all the fans of watching. We know that in Peoria, Illinois, there's a lot of watch parties going on for the Bradley Braves, and we know that the Illinois fans are always watching their team, whether they're here in Las Vegas or whether they're staying back home and watching the game on hooptv.net, and we appreciate them watching. We'll be back with more second half action after this break. We are seconds away from the start of the second half in what's been a great game between two schools that are located both in Illinois, separated by about 94 miles. Illinois leading Bradley 29-28. I'm Josh Sushan alongside Sean Rooks. And Sean, what type of adjustments do you expect the coaches to make at halftime to get their team ready here for the second half?
Well, first of all, the alarming stat that comes out, Bradley has to keep Illinois off the board. As we said, 25-14 advantage for Illinois, 1 point lead for Illinois. So if you correct that rebounding discrepancy, Bradley actually might be up about 6. Right now, Illinois has to come out without less turnover. The backcourt of Illinois has to assert themselves, start to get control of this game, and then that should pan out. I look for a high-powered game here, a very competitive half.
Illinois had 9 turnovers in the first half, 3 by Richardson, 4 by McCamey. Very uncharacteristic for McCamey. He has the ball, and he gets it to Richardson as we begin the second half. And a kickball by Maniscalco.
Some of the highlighted players, Josh, that you want to key in on this half. Mike Davis was getting it going in the first half. Keller comes off the bench, spirited. Now we want to see if the veteran leader of McCamey is going to play off, to start this half.
In fact, Davis led Illinois with 8 points. Tisdale and Keller had 6. This is Alex Legion missing everything, and rebounded by Will Egoff. So Maniscalco, the point guard, will start things up.
One thing, that you look at this level with these young college players, players need to get their feet set if they're going to look for the jump shot. Too many times guys are falling back on their shot. Unless they're that good of a shooter, it just doesn't work that well.
Egoff misses. McCamey skies for the rebound, and he wants to push it. On the trailer, Davis right back to Legion. He'll fire up another 3, no good. Rebounded by Taylor Brown. Here's Maniscalco with the push. Warren will shoot a 3, and he'll hit the 3. So Bradley takes the lead right back.
Andrew Warren, the leading scorer. Bradley still has it going. Nice, silky, smooth shot. Very calm. Knocks down the big J.
Inside in the post to Davis. Turnaround, nice shot. He's got 10. So Davis has really answered the call after having an off night yesterday. He's up to 10 in this game.
Yes, he is. He's come out here, asserted himself from the start. That's what this Illinois team needs from him if they're going to be successful and play at the level that everybody expects them to.
Maniscalco, a wide open 3, misses. But look at Taylor Brown going to work. Kept it alive a couple times, but it's going to be Illinois ball. Oh, actually, it's going to stay here. It's going to stay here. So a great effort by Taylor Brown to keep the ball alive. It looked like the official initially had ruled that it was going to be Illinois ball, but it'll stay here in Bradley ball. And the Illinois crowd saw the same thing that I did, and that's the official pointing the other direction. But it is Bradley ball.
Well, you know what? I hate to tell you, Illinois fan, box out and keep Brown. Brown is 1 man against 3, but his second and third effort is why he got that ball back.
Maniscalco will try another 3. This time he hits nothing but net. How about the emotion Maniscalco showing after hitting that 3?
As you called him, big shot, Sam I am knocking down a big 3 from the side.
There's Richardson to Tisdale, who's got 3 fouls. Richardson will try the 3, and he'll hit the 3.
The poise and composure from the young fella, not flustered by the 3 from Maniscalco, answers on the other end.
Now it's Roberts. Roberts will try the 3, and both teams are on fire from three-point land.
Nice move, a little unorthodox. Gives the power dribble towards the basket, comes back with the crossover. Big shot. We're seeing some big-time plays from these players out here right now.
There's Bill Cole. And now McCamey. Leaving it for Richardson from the corner. And a loose ball, still loose, and it's going to be Bradley ball. For DJ Richardson, he grew up in Peoria, Illinois, which is where Bradley's located, but he spent his senior year right here in Las Vegas at Findlay Prep, led his team to a 33-0 record and a national title. So when they lost yesterday, Sean, that was his first loss since his junior year in high school.
How did it feel? Unfortunately, at this level, you're going to take a couple of more. But the goal is, hey, develop yourself. You're on a good team. Nice shot knocked down by Roberts. Roberts is feeling it. Look at the energy of this Bradley team. Illinois, they're in a 4 fight.
It's been almost all 3-pointers here in the second half. Illinois needs a timeout. 40-34, Bradley has taken the lead over Illinois with 16 minutes and 58 seconds to go. You know, we talk about this interstate rivalry, Sean. 2-13 Bradley is all-time against Illinois. Their last win was back in 1974, and they know that tonight's a great opportunity to get a victory over Illinois.
Well, they definitely are. Illinois right now, they know that they're very young. They know that they're inexperienced. You look at the energy, Bradley looks like a team that senses blood in the water. Illinois needs to get used to this atmosphere because obviously in the Big Ten, they're going to see crowds like this all the time. Now we see how they're going to overcome adversity. As we said, Bradley coming at them, it builds up pressure. Pressure on Illinois not to stare that 0-2 in Vegas in the face.
And so we'll take a look at some of the three-pointers that we've seen in this second half. All of Bradley's points, all 12 points have come on three-pointers.
Right here, Maniscalco kicking it out. Roberts' second three. Big shot fired up. Watch the emotion of this Bradley team. Look at the frustration on the Fighting Illini's face. 40-34, 16-58. We got a hot one on HotHoopTV.net.
And we got a lot of fans of all ages who are fired up and high-fiving each other.
Look at it.
Look at her.
Let me at her.
Again, all Bradley's 12 points in the second half have come on threes. For Illinois, 3 of its 5 points have come on three-pointers. The teams have not been as shy about hoisting up the trays, and we'll see if that continues here. With still a whole lot of time to go, though, just under 17 minutes left in this one. It's been a very entertaining game.
It really has. You know, what is very impressive, you know, this is the time, it's the holiday weekend. Far from home in Vegas. A lot of people could be out gambling, doing other things. These people are into this game. Bradley fans cheering on their team, Illini, orange all over the building. What a great environment at this Las Vegas Invitational.
Tisdale, the jump hook, no good. Rebounded by Taylor Brown, and a whistle as the players are coming down the court. And I think the officials are going to say it's not a foul either way, but hey, just cool it. So Tisdale and Egolf shake hands.
Yeah, I love it. You know what? Tisdale's not going to take any slack, but what I really love, Egolf has been banging from the start of the game. That's another point to let you know this Bradley team has come to take down the Illini this afternoon.
Egolf knew he was going to have his hands full, giving away about 4 inches against the 7-1 Tisdale. Sets the screen for Warren. Now Taylor Brown on the baseline jumper. He hits it.
Textbook. Taylor Brown didn't look to jab, didn't look to put the ball down, took what the defense gave him. Nice setup by Warren.
Let's see if McCamey can get going for Illinois. He needs someone to pass to right now. He finds Mike Davis, and here's Richardson.
This is how you want to play D. You want to force the team to pass the ball away from the basket. Bradley playing the passing lanes, doing a great job staying solid.
Long three for McCamey, no good. And Taylor Brown, yet another rebound.
McCamey stone cold so far in the ball game.
He's 1 of 5 from the field now. On the drive is Roberts. No good, rebounded by Tisdale. Jordan comes back for it, now they push. Tisdale loves that shot, but a nice job by Egolf to come out on him.
Yeah, Egolf said, not this time, big fella, doing a great job closing out.
Roberts reached in, thought he had the steal, but instead he's got himself a personal foul. And that'll take us to the under 16 media timeout. 42-34, Bradley is leading Illinois with 15 minutes and 26 seconds to go. And we will keep it right here, Sean, as we continue to talk more about this Bradley and Illinois game. And for Dimitri McCamey, we saw him last night. He was the go-to guy for Illinois, and but yet he's been struggling to get going in the second half. What do you see that he's doing? What do you think he needs to do to get himself on track here?
Well, you said 1 for 5. You know, obviously cold from the field, but the one thing that's alarming and sticks out to me is his demeanor. Yesterday, well into the ball game, controlling everything, was the emotional leader of this Illini team. He's one of the older guys on the team. Today, a little bit disinterested. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if it's because his shot's not falling, but it's consistency. Night in and night out, you have a young team. They need a leader. They need a vocal leader and a presence on the court, and that's what McCamey's job's going to be. Today, just not giving his team what he needs so far.
You look at this guy who's all fired up in the stands for the Bradley Braves, and you mentioned about how Thanksgiving a few minutes ago and how fans could be out gambling, they could be out partying. Instead, they're here partying inside this Orleans arena, and I think these fans might be doing some gambling before or after and some partying during the game and after the game as well.
Well, hey, you know what? These two teams to take it. you know, the Bradley fans over, you know, partying, having a little gamble, playing some slot machines, and bringing that energy straight from the casino into the arena.
So you look at some of the numbers here, and Illinois still with the rebounding advantage at 27-20, but that gap has been closed. For Bradley in the second half, all they've done is hit threes. They've hit 4 of 5 on three-pointers, and they haven't hit any twos. They're 0 for 7 on twos.
28% from the field this half by the University of the Illini. Bradley University is all in the Fighting Illini. And on the other side, like you said, shooting a 62%. That is coming from ball movement and efficiency.
Andrew Warren's up to 13 points for Bradley. 9 for Chris Roberts, and Taylor Brown after that last jumper is now up to 5. Jordan inbound for Illinois, trailing 42-34.
Look at this defense. Bradley nose to the ball. As I said, every pass Illinois is making is away from the basket.
There's Davis with the jumper of the man in his face. No good. Tisdale, the board, lost it, and a whistle and a foul against Bradley.
Nice active rebound by Tisdale. As I said, every pass away from the basket. That time, Jeff Jordan doing a good job penetrating to the interior, setting Mike Davis up. Shot didn't fall, but those are the kind of looks Illinois wants to get.
So McCamey, the inbound, looking for Tisdale. Instead, he'll go to Davis, and now Jordan will set things up. And a whistle and a foul, and that's going to be an offensive foul called against Mike Davis.
Nice effort by Roberts coming over the pick. Mike Davis steps out. Anytime you step out last and derail the defender, it's going to be a call every time. Great effort by Roberts.
Bradley's outscored Illinois 14-5 in the second half to take this 8-point lead. And a loose ball, and a nice job by McCamey to tip it ahead to Jordan. Jordan's going to take it himself, and he shows that he can dunk too, just like his old man.
Nice effort by McCamey. That's what they need from McCamey. And I tell you what, to see little Jeff Jordan get up there and dunk, that would fire me up. Let's see if that sparks this Illini team.
It's definitely fired up the Illinois crowd. Roberts with the spin, and a nice baseline basket by Will Egoff.
I like this big man, Egoff. Doesn't do anything spectacular, but plays nice little shot.
So here's Jordan with the drive, leaving it for Mike Davis, and Davis can't get the roll. Rebounded by Warren.
Nice setup by Jordan again. Davis doesn't knock the shot down. Jeff Jordan doing a great job. Yes, good pass. I'm still stuck on one side. This game's moving so fast, I'm excited.
I got excited myself. It just blurted out. I didn't even mean to, but a very nice pass. And Egoff with a nice job of catching it because he was really threading the needle with the pass, and he had to catch it and come down and able to get up the shot, takes the foul, and now he'll go to the line.
The Bradley team is putting on a clinic right now.
So here's Will Egoff, who hails from Juneau, Alaska. As he misses the first one, he's the first Division I basketball player from his high school in Alaska since Carlos Boozer. So he's got some good company there with Carlos Boozer.
Yes, he does.
Last year, Egoff tore his ACL in the 7th game of the season. He was out for the rest of the year. They're going to try and get him a medical red shirt. Right now, he's listed as a sophomore. And he misses the second one.
Well, if he's a sophomore, obviously, he's going to be a nice little player doing some great things in this ball game today.
There's McCamey for Davis. And Mike Davis has got himself 2 more points.
There it is. 3 nice setups by the guards from Illinois. This time, third one is a charm for Mike Davis.
Sims Edwards will bring the ball across the line as the Illinois crowd trying to urge on its players. Egoff being hounded by Davis. And now Warren being handled by Richardson. Shot clock at 15 as Maniscalco with the drive. Good kick out, wide open 3, but the shot won't matter because there's a whistle and a foul. It's a blocking foul. Richardson was trying to take the charge. What do you think of that call?
Tough break. He was a hair too late, but a great try by Richardson. Nice setup for the pass. Shot would have went for Warren, but just missed taking that charge. But a great effort by Richardson.
And so for Illinois, that's a 3rd team foul. So Bradley inbound. So one freshman replaces the other. Brandon Paul checks in for DJ Richardson. And there's Brown catch and shoot. And that shot was affected very nicely there by the defense. Loose ball, Maniscalco's got it. Behind the back pass, trying to get too fancy, offensive foul. We got bodies flying everywhere, Sean. Paul takes the charge.
Fans, you think that you have problems at home. This Illinois crowd would have erupted if he wouldn't have got that goal.
And now Maniscalco will come out. And he'll be replaced by the backup point guard, McCain. Bradley with a 6-point lead. And here's Jordan bringing the ball up, guarded by McCain.
I'll tell you what, you hear a lot of cheers, a lot of boos in here, but you know what? More of this effort and energy is for the fact that they're just trying to kick some sort of spark in their Illinois team.
And Sims Edwards with the steal. In transition to Brown, goes Glass, counted in the foul. Taylor Brown.
Taylor Brown with the big-time athleticism. Nice shot, takes the dribble, takes the hit. Nice kiss off the glass, chance for the N1. Bradley is taking it to Illinois right now.
So Taylor Brown trying to close up a 3-point play here. Taylor Brown took an interesting path to Bradley, qualified out of high school, then decided to go to a junior college to work on his game, sustained an injury before the season began, went home to train with his dad, Ricky Brown, never played, so he's able to retain 4 years of eligibility for Bradley, and he sinks the basket there for a 3-point play.
You look at Brown's body, Brown very athletic on that frame, and he shouldered on that move to the basket.
A 9-point lead, biggest lead of the game for Bradley. Paul wanted the foul call, but he doesn't get it. And now a chance for Bradley to go up double digits against Illinois. Thompson back in. Here's Sims Edwards with the drive. Good kick out. An open three. No good there, and rebounded by Jordan. They got numbers if they hurry. Paul is going to take it all the way, and he's going to score.
Brandon Paul, that's what Brandon Paul does well. Get in the open court. Nice little easy lay off the glass. One of the few fast break points for Illinois. Let's see if Illinois is going to get a stop and get themselves back in it.
This Illinois crowd, a sense of urgency trying to spur on the defense. There's another turnover. Here comes Paul on the break again. He's going to take it himself. He's going to get fouled on his way to the hoop. So a few words here between the players. A lot of emotion going on in this game. And Brandon Paul will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. There's a look once again at the previous play.
Here, Brandon Paul going to the basket. He wasn't giving up an easy layup. Hey, you know what? Obviously, Illinois didn't like it. What you would like to see is for Bradley to help him off the ground, but you can't have any easy layups, especially in a hard-fought game like this.
So Paul sinks the first one. Again, him and DJ Richardson, part of this great recruiting class for Illinois. Both of them were consensus top 50 recruits. Brandon Paul was Mr. Basketball in Illinois. The 10th Mr. Basketball from the state of Illinois to go play at Illinois, the first since D. Brown in 2002. Sinks both free throws. He scored 4 in a row to trim the lead, back down to 5.
You know what, maybe these hard fouls, these open court layups for Brandon Paul will get him going. Sometimes it takes anything to get you going. 2 open court layups, obviously had to go to the free throw line to make those, but let's see if that'll get him started for this game.
McCain tried to go inside, a bad pass, and it's off the hand of Dominique Keller. And so Bradley will retain possession after this timeout. There's 11 minutes and 45 seconds left in this one. Bradley had a lead of 9. It's now down to 5, 47-42. We'll be back after this timeout. It's already been a great day of basketball here from the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Earlier today, Presbyterian defeated Southern 71-69. Warford defeated Seattle University 84-83. We've got a close game, 5-point differential. And then coming up after this one, Sean, Oklahoma State against Utah in the championship game. That one will start at 7:30 here on hooptv.net.
Will Utah be the giant killer is what I want to know. Interesting scenario. Seattle comes in, beats Utah. Utah takes down Illinois. Now they're in the championship, so it's going to be interesting to see the results. But they have their hands full. OSU is a powerhouse.
We've really seen the parity amongst the teams here. Again, the first two rounds of this Hoop TV Las Vegas Invitational took place at the home sites, and Seattle really surprised Utah. Maybe woke up Utah because they won on the road, and so it was interesting. Seattle was playing technically for the consolation or the fifth place, whatever you want to call it. They ended up with a record of 2-2 as they won, again, at Utah, and then they lost to Warford in a great game that came down to the final shot of the game.
Yeah, that was a great game. And you know what? Presbyterian pretty much gave Seattle U all that they can handle, but the tough tenacity, the defense of Seattle U is what prevailed. But Warford, great job. Well-coached team. I watched them, well-coached team. Look for them to do big things in their conference.
So Bradley the lead, 47-42 over Illinois, and Bradley with the ball. This is Taylor Brown. Gives to Roberts on the drive. Roberts, nice drive and two.
I like Roberts. Great body control. Went to the hole strong, was aware of obviously not taking the charge, using great body control. Nice shot. Look at him in your nose. Brandon Paul, he says, what do you have?
Paul's got a long three. He's going to try, and he's going to stick it right in his face.
That's the Brandon Paul everybody's been looking for. Like I said, sometimes when you do a little thing, it gets you going. Now for a three-point shot. Look for Brandon Paul to start to get himself into this.
Here's Taylor Brown. Let's see if he looks to take over. Nearly a foul by Brandon Paul. Now Roberts. 14 on the shot clock. Sims Edwards. Step back jumper, the man in his face, in and out. Body's flying for the loose ball. Here comes Illinois with Jordan.
Numbers for Illinois. What's Jeff Jordan going to do?
No foul call as bodies land, and Paul misses the three. McCain leads it for Sims Edwards to the rack. Knocked from behind. Very nicely job.
Excellent transition defense by Paul and Jeff Jordan to get back.
Well, either way, you gotta love the effort, Sean. These teams are getting after it.
Yes, they are. You know, this obviously seems like post-season intensity right now. Early in the season, LVI, basketball can't get any better than this.
So Taylor Brown will inbound. To Egolf. Now Roberts. Brown with a man in his face. Tough shot, and he gets the shooter's roll.
Nice shot by Taylor Brown. Defense all in his face, but still with the concentration, gets the J to fall.
So here's Brandon Paul, loses the handle. Now Brandon Paul. They're looking for Davis inside in the post. There is Davis, faces up, baseline jumper, and he hits it.
Mike Davis staying aggressive, actually wanted the ball right there.
And a sloppy pass there by McCain. He's lucky he got away with it. Nearly threw it away. Egolf sets the screen. Sims Edwards splits the team. Inside, no good. Loose ball. McCain comes up with it. Roberts thought about the three, then decided not to. He'll set it back up and give it to McCain. Shot clock is down to 9. Not sure if Bradley's aware of that.
Waiting for that high pick and roll.
Leaving it for Brown with 3 on the shot clock. No good, but Egolf is there. And he gets the roll.
Nice snatch by Egolf.
53-47, Bradley by 6.
Big fella staying active back there.
Paul a quick 3. No good. And it's going to stay here. Illinois ball. McCamey's going to come back for Illinois. He's one of the leaders. Let's see if he can get going. Maniscalco, the point guard for Bradley, returns.
McCain did a great job holding down the fort for Maniscalco back in the game. Now you have your floor leader in with a 6-point lead. Look for Maniscalco to take back control of the tempo of the game for Bradley.
McCamey to inbound. And right now the delays because they want to make sure that Roberts' uniform is all in order. So here's Brandon Paul. Off the screen, here comes McCamey. In the post, he's got Keller.
Hey, I like this player, Roberts. Roberts is hard-nosed, very athletic, makes it tough on his offensive player to score.
Dominique Keller missing the jumper, and a whistle and a foul inside called against Bradley. And that was Kunicevic, who didn't like the call at all. He thought that he got the rebound and maybe that he was fouled. And his head coach is telling him, block out. So that's 5 team fouls against Bradley. 2 more and they'll be in the bonus.
Nice show by Egolf, not letting McCamey come off of that pick and roll.
McCamey tries the jumper.
It's a tough shot.
Egolf the rebound. Might be forcing things a little bit, McCamey.
Yeah, he definitely is. Again, like I said, not having a good day right now.
Maniscalco leaving it for Kunicevic, and he traveled when he was trying to do the pump fake.
He's done that so far the whole game. Obviously, Kunicevic is a shooter, has to get his feet spotted and ready to shoot. Nice setup by Maniscalco, but he has to let the ball go.
8 minutes and 20 seconds left. And both teams have been lighting it up there for a while, and now both teams have not been able to score on its last few possessions. Simrau has come back in for Illinois, so does Bill Cole. Cole will give Brandon Paul a breather. I got a feeling we're going to see Paul again before this one's over, though. So now with Jordan out, McCamey is back to the point. McCamey all the way to the hoop, and a nice finish with the left.
Nice play. Demetrius McCamey is very good at that. Anytime he comes off that pick and roll, he has the awareness to take the ball to the basket. If he doesn't see a big man jump out, nice read on that play.
Here's Egolf, no foul, count the basket.
Great.
Keller tried to take the charge.
Yes, great body control from the big fella. 2 big baskets for Egolf. I love his energy.
Back up to a 6-point lead for Bradley. McCamey on the drive, leaves it for Richardson. Richardson the pull-up. He hits it.
Why is this kid a winner? You see it right there.
Exactly.
Very
not
efficient.
afraid to take the big shot.
That's exactly right.
Both crowds are really into it here at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. Maniscalco on the drive. Swatted, but right in the hands of Roberts. Misses the 3, rebounded by Keller. Here comes McCamey. And now he'll set it up. Maybe not. He drives. Richardson, the wide open 3, back iron, but Cole is there.
Right there.
McCamey driving, excuse me, that's Keller. McCamey shooting the 3. He hits it. The lead is down to 1.
There he is.
You knew it was just a matter of time, Sean.
McCamey's taking his intensity up, as you can see it, knocking down a big shot. Illinois has fought themselves back to 1.
McCamey's just too good of a player to be held down for the entire game, and he took a few shots. Maybe he was trying to force things, but he hit a big basket, and then he comes back with a 3 right there as he trims the lead down to 1.
Keller doing a great job driving baseline. McCamey, we saw it from the backside, looked good all the way off his hand. That's what I want to see from McCamey. That's what he's going to give this Illinois team. Let's see if he keeps his energy up. When McCamey goes, this Illinois team goes.
What a game we've had here in the Hoop TV Las Vegas Invitational. It's been back and forth. There was a bunch of big runs in the first half. Illinois had a 17-3 run. Bradley had an 11-2 run. Illinois led by 1 at the half, but Bradley came out with a 14-5 run to begin the second half and take an 8-point lead. And now Illinois has gotten it back down to 1. Illinois was upset by Utah last night, less than 24 hours ago. They don't want to come out of Las Vegas with 2 losses. Neither does Bradley, who was very game against Oklahoma State. They were down by 20 against Oklahoma State, but they made it a very good game toward the end. Neither one of these teams wants to go home with 2 losses from Las Vegas. So Maniscalco is going to need some help getting the inbound as he's being double-teamed 2-on-1, but a nice job just to get the ball on the inbound. So Bradley needs a basket.
I like it. Coach Weber picking up full court. Now it's Illinois' time to play that hard-nosed defense against this Bradley team.
Here's Roberts, leaving it for Brown, the jumper. Air balls, Semrau the rebound. Let's see if McCamey can keep the hot hand. No look pass inside to Semrau, what a look! Woo!
That's what you need from McCamey. What happened on that play? McCamey kept his head up the whole time. When he saw the defender of the obviously center from Illinois rolling to the basket, he made the nice pass. Illinois, 1-point lead. We got us a game.
Illinois' first lead of the second half. Warren the three, no good, but Roberts skies for the rebound, and Roberts gets the roll.
Roberts will not be denied. Big-time offensive rebound. Excellent body control once again. Back and forth.
A few guys starting to take some deep breaths out there. A lot of intensity, a lot of energy. Richardson with the drive. Blocked by Egoff. Open court, it's a 3-on-1. Maniscalco takes it, draws the foul, and he'll go shoot two. And I think for both of these teams, I'm glad that there's a little pause here because there's been a lot of back and forth action. Got a lot of guys taking a lot of big breaths.
This is a timeout that is well-deserved from both teams.
5:33 left. Bradley with the lead, 57-56. Don't go anywhere. We're back after this timeout. Bradley leading by one, 57-56, and look at this action.
Nice job by Richardson off the shot block, kicks the ball out to Maniscalco, tries to draw the foul. I actually would like to see him push it with a nice little pass back to Brown, but you know what, Maniscalco is the leader of this team, nice strong body, tried to get the N1, gonna go to the free throw line now.
Yeah, you could tell the whole way. He was looking to draw the foul, wanting to get himself to the free throw line, and anything after that would be a bonus. And for Bradley from the free throw line, 9 of 13 in this game, which is an improvement over yesterday. They were just 14 of 24 as a team from the line against Oklahoma State. And with Maniscalco heading to the free throw line, he's been one of their best free throws of the season. And this Bradley crowd.
Hey, I have one of those Mohawks.
Is that right?
Look at this.
Never too old to get a Mohawk.
I tell you what, this is what college basketball is all about. Having fun, chilling out, taking a little bit of, you know, like I said, this guy came straight from the casino, has his beer. There you go, spirited kids with their Illini. Man, the state of Illinois, I tell you what, I'm gonna have to think about sending my son out there to one of these schools if basketball fans are this wild and supportive.
So Bradley with the lead by one, 5:33 to go. And Maniscalco will shoot 2 free throws. He's hit a lot of big shots in his career. He's a junior. That's why they call him Big Play Sam, ice water in his veins. Let's see if he can hit these 2 free throws.
You know what the most interesting outcome of this whole game is?
What's that?
All of these loyal fans are going to be flying home together. That could be a scary flight. I'm sure it'll be all love because these two teams are battling out. You're seeing high-class basketball at its finest. College basketball at its finest.
Good look there at Maniscalco as he hits both of them. Very good form. Takes his time, good deep breaths, and he sinks them both. So a 3-point lead for Bradley, about 5.5 to go. McCamey gets the screen from Tisdale, who's back in there. A long 3 contested, drains it, and we're tied again.
I like it. You look at it again. This is what it's all about. McCamey and Roberts talking to each other. McCamey is coming up big time.
Here's Warren on the drive against the big guy Tisdale. Loses it, loose ball out of bounds, and it's going to remain Bradley ball. Illinois doesn't like it one bit.
Tough break for Illinois. The other officials had a better angle. I actually thought that ball was off of Bradley. Bradley dodges a bullet.
Bradley head coach Jim Les wants to talk it over with 5 minutes and 2 seconds. I think he wants to diagram something. It looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout here, because it's not one of the media timeouts. We are tied 59 all. Both teams have 5 fouls here in the second half, Sean, so 2 more fouls until the free throws begin. And boy, you talk about two teams that, you know, we're talking about how close they are. They're separated by just 94 miles, and Illinois sort of the big brother. They get a lot more of the attention because they're in the Big Ten, but Bradley trying to get a victory here against their in-state rival.
Well, I'm actually a fan of an underdog. Just like you said, these schools very close to each other. Obviously, Illinois carries the name, the tradition, but as you can see with Coach Jim Les, he has some bulldogs, some fighters over here, some very spirited players, and these guys are going to cause some trouble with any team that they play, giving Illinois all that they can handle today.
So we'll see what play has been diagrammed by Jim Les coming out of this timeout. They have 21 seconds on the shot clock, tied at 59. They run a nice play for Brown. How about that inbound play?
Great executed play right out the timeout. Ran to perfection. Nice, easy layup for Taylor Brown.
How about Jim Les getting an assist for that one? Here's McCamey. Good pass inside to Davis. Gets the foul and the basket. Mike Davis having quite a game.
That's a nice play. McCamey coming up the pick and roll. Brown does an excellent job jumping out, sending him back. Slow rotation by Egolf. Nice play by Mike Davis to get the N1.
Davis is up to 16 points now on 7 of 12 shooting. He's hit both of his free throws so far tonight. A big deep breath before he attempts this one. And it's a three-point play. Illinois leading 62-61. Maniscalco. Off the screen, Warren's got a good look. Can't get it to go. Loose ball, who's got it? Tisdale's got it, a whistle, and...
That's how you snatch a rebound, big fella. Didn't give them no time to tie him up. Kept the elbows up, not trying to hurt anybody, but get off of him. Good foul call. You know, Josh, for a quick second before they shoot these free throws, I want to talk about McCamey. Obviously, for the whole first half, seemed a little bit disinterested, not on top of his game, but as the true leader that he is, right now just taking over. When I first talked to the coach, Coach Weber, on the first day, they were saying how McCamey was 20 pounds, 15 to 20 pounds heavier a year ago. He's lost the weight, and what it has helped him do is have more energy down the stretch. This is the second game that we have seen McCamey take over down the stretch, and that is what a true leader does. Hats off to McCamey. Nice
soft touch from the big guy Tisdale as he hits them both, including the front end of a 1-and-1. So it's a 3-point lead for Illinois with 4:18 to go. And now the crowd rises to its feet again. Maniscalco to Taylor Brown. Now Roberts driving baseline, pulls up. No good, and Jordan with the rebound.
Excellent defense by McCamey. Roberts shook McCamey off, but instead of McCamey falling out of the play and giving up, came back, challenged the shot, forcing a high archer.
McCamey the jumper, no good. Maniscalco keeps his feet in bounds with the rebound. Now he's going to look to push. He's got Warren in the corner if he wants him, but instead he'll set up the offense. And now another timeout by Jim Les as the Bradley head coach said, well, it worked before diagramming a play coming out of a timeout. He wants to make sure that he diagrams a good play here because this is a very critical possession, Sean.
Of course, Jim Les, many years in the NBA, he knows exactly how the game works and how the tempo is. Calls a timeout, doesn't want to let his teammates figure it out, wants to get them focused on the game plan to come out and get the best shot possible with 3:43 left.
And remember, we still have one more great game here from Las Vegas, Oklahoma State against Utah. That tip-off is under an hour away. It's 7:30, and you can hear it and watch it right here on hooptv.net. The Illinois crowd into it, the Bradley crowd is into it. 64-61, so Illinois with the lead. It's a one-possession game. Last time they went to Taylor Brown on an inbound play, he got a layup. Let's see if they look to go to Brown again, or maybe if the coach is going to try and set up a three-pointer for maybe Roberts or Maniscalco. It'll be Taylor Brown who will inbound. Brown's had to work for his 12 tonight. That's Roberts. The screen from Egolf. Maniscalco, the three to tie it. No good. Rebounded by Mike Davis.
That rim is hardcore. A lot of in and out. Thought that one was down. Nope.
Davis with 7 rebounds now in this game. Jordan with the drive. Jordan, and that's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay Illinois ball, and that'll take us to a media timeout. 3 minutes and 16 seconds left. Illinois leading 64-61. It's a thriller here in Las Vegas, and we'll be back after this timeout. Illinois leading Bradley 64-61. Coming up at 7:30, Oklahoma State against Utah in the final game of this Hoop TV Las Vegas Invitational. It's been a fantastic game back and forth here between Illinois and Bradley. And looking at some of the overall numbers now in this game, Illinois is shooting 43% from the field in the game. Bradley 38%. The rebounding advantage still to Illinois at 40-29. Turnovers about even. Illinois 3 more turnovers at 13-10. Taylor Brown up to 12 points for Bradley. Chris Roberts and Andrew Warren have 13 apiece. For Illinois, Mike Davis up to 17 points. McCamey's had to work for his 10. Mike Tisdale, who's had 4 fouls. He hasn't played a whole lot in the second half because of foul trouble. He has 8 points and 7 rebounds. Brown had 3 personal fouls at the half, but he has not picked up any in the second half. He's played very smart. Only other person with 3 fouls for Bradley is Roberts. McCamey has 3 fouls for Illinois, but with 3:16 left, looks like both teams are probably okay in the foul situation here, Sean.
Yes, they are. This game's going to go down to the wire. This is the dogfight.
So Illinois will inbound with the 3-point lead. Big stop here for Bradley. Jordan gets it to Richardson, leaves it for Tisdale, and the foul. Is the basket going to count? No. The basket will not count. And Jordan's going to calm down Tisdale.
That's too bad, but I tell you what, Tisdale left no doubters, took that ball up there, tried to punch it through with 2 hands. Because he held on the rim and the ball went after, it discontinued the basket. Now he's going to have to shoot 2. But what a pass by Richardson. Nice finish. Nice body control. Tisdale takes the ball in.
So Tisdale will shoot 2. The foul was against Egolf. And again, very nice touch by the big guy. Here's another look at that last play.
Richardson, excellent body control. Nice patience by Jeff Jordan. Doesn't have it. They continue to weave. Nice body control. Tisdale with the big finish. Discontinue the basket, but what a strong move, but knocks down 2 free throws.
Tisdale hit them both. It's a 5-point lead for Illinois, 66-61. Brown the 3, front rim no good. Jordan the rebound. And now Bradley really needs to stop. Illinois probably content to use some shot clock here with this 5-point lead.
Whoever gets the ball into his floor leader, Kamey.
Illinois has scored the last 7 points in this game. Here's McCamey.
Great decision. Could have hit Tisdale on a roll, didn't have anything. Let's back it out, reset, and look for a better opportunity.
Here's Jordan, and that's going to go the other way. A foul against Mike Davis, setting the screen. That's the second time he's been called for a foul when setting the screen. Davis said to the official, watch the push. I got pushed too.
Well, there was no push there. You have to run into it. Anytime you're going to set a pick as a big guy, you have to run into it, especially down the stretch. Players flop. You never know what's going to be called. Second one for Mike Davis, as you said, Josh.
Here's Warren on the baseline. Now back to Maniscalco. They need a basket. They need a good shot here, trailing by 5.
You see how Egolf runs out and sets the pick? That is an effective pick and roll. You have to roll out, get your feet set. Egolf does it very well, results in a basket. 3-point lead, Illinois.
Excellent job by Bradley there. Now down by 3, 66-63, under 2 minutes to go. Here's Jordan. And again, they're going to work some clock, make sure they get a good shot. Davis to McCamey. Let's see if McCamey just goes one-on-one to try and create something. Davis the screen. Davis rolls. Now the baseline jumper for Davis. No good. Tisdale can't control it. Egolf's got it. Tisdale hit the ground. Illinois crowd wanted the foul, but they don't get it. Now a chance to tie it with 1:30.
Fans wanted a foul. Tisdale did a great job pursuing the ball, but the fact that he left and came down away from the ball is why they didn't call it for him.
That would have tied it, no good. Egolf's got it. Egolf puts it back in, and the lead is down to 1.
I said I liked him. The young fella coming up big, staying active on the boards. I'm loving it. Josh, we are seeing some excellent basketball here at the Las Vegas Invitational.
And now the officials call a timeout. I think they want to make sure that the shot clock and the game clock are right. The crowd is all over these officials.
Hey, these officials need a breath. That was, I'm going to blow the whistle because I'm tired of watching all this action.
1:08 to go. Illinois by 1. Davis will hand it right back to Jordan, and here's McCamey, the playmaker. Gets the screen
McCamey
from
loves
Tisdale.
to attack off the pick and roll.
He's looking for Tisdale. Now he's looking for anybody. He might need to call a timeout, and he does, yeah. Bruce Weber was thinking the same thing. 18 on the shot clock, 55.5 left in the game. And now it's time for Bruce Weber to see if he can diagram the perfect play for his team the way that the Bradley head coach, Jim Les, was able to a couple of times for Bradley.
Yes, last time they were very effective. What Illinois like to do is run that weave, keep weaving the guards off the big guys until someone shakes open. Coach Weber's trying to draw up something. Obviously, they need to come out and execute. 18 seconds left on the shot clock.
I'm interested to see who Bruce Weber is going to put into the game because we know about the talented freshmen Richardson and Brandon Paul. They haven't been in there lately. Jeff Jordan has been in there, who's more of a defensive guy. He doesn't really look for his own shot. We'll see if he tries to play offense-defense on this possession. Maybe bring one of the freshmen back in.
That's exactly right. Definitely on offense, I would anticipate the ball going into McCamey's hands, running another high pick and roll, getting Davis, or maybe having Tisdale roll up to the top. But I expect to see McCamey pull it back, run a high pick and roll, try to get something going to the basket.
Richardson does come back into the game along with Tisdale, Davis, McCamey, and Jordan. Jordan to inbound. And they go to McCamey. The pick from Davis. McCamey in trouble, a good bounce pass, and Tisdale lost it. It's going to go Bradley ball. Tisdale said
McCamey way too passive. Earlier where you saw success, he was coming off the pick and roll aggressive. That time, way too nonchalant. Didn't let anything materialize, and what happened? Results in a turnover by the Illini.
10-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Maniscalco with the screen from Egolf goes the other way. This is Warren. He wants the 3. He hits it! Bradley the lead by 2. 30 seconds left. Last night, Illinois did not call a timeout. Tonight doesn't look like they will. Richardson wants the 3. No good. Rebound by Davis. Before the shot, there's a whistle. And there's going to be a foul called.
Good look by Richardson. Say it ain't so, Joe. Bradley comes up with the big 3 down the stretch to put Bradley up 2. These are some big free throws right here.
So the foul is going to be called against Maniscalco on the rebound. Great job by Davis to keep it alive. And he was fouled while keeping it alive, but it's a 1-and-1 though. So this first one, a very critical one as he takes a big deep breath. And he misses it, rebounded by Egolf, loses it, but coming up with it is Roberts. Now they have to foul, and Maniscalco will be fouled. And Bruce Weber, with his hands across his arms, not happy. Meanwhile, ecstatic is Jim Les. And now can Bradley sink the free throws to pull this one out? Weber wants to make sure it's a 1-and-1.
Big shot Sam going to the line.
And it is a 1-and-1 for Maniscalco. And the young man drains the first one. So now it's a 3-point lead. And how critical is this one now?
Their floor leader, solid as a rock. There is no doubt in his mind that this shot was going in. Nice and cool and calm.
And Maniscalco gets the shooter's roll. Bradley is on a 9-0 run to take a 4-point lead with 17 and a half seconds left. And for Illinois now Bruce Weber and his team has to go to work. Now they need a quick basket and then either a steal or a foul right away.
Yes, they will. Definitely have to get to the ball in the basket. Wouldn't settle for a 3. There's still some game here. Illinois fouls. Bradley still has to shoot a 1-on-1. So right now, just draw up something, get something to the basket, get a quick 2. As you said, Josh, foul, send them to the line, hope they miss, and then we do it all over again.
It's been quite a game here between Bradley and Illinois. And again, Bradley's looking to defeat Illinois for the first time since 1974. They're just 2-13 all-time against their interstate rival. Also looking for their first win against a top 25 team since defeating Drake back in February of 2008. They're 17 and a half seconds away, but Illinois has been here before. They've got a lot of guys with a lot of pride who are able to make some big plays.
Yes, they do. And, as I say, because obviously I support both of these teams, what an environment for you to get better at. You're not in league play. It's not postseason. This environment doesn't get any better. The energy in here, obviously the situation, Illinois needs to come up with a big possession.
And now Jordan, and it's going to remain Illinois ball. And so the play that was designed, Jordan and McCamey got their signals crossed along with Richardson.
I don't understand why they're trying to throw the ball in, so they have 16 seconds left. A player can get up the floor in 3 seconds, come to the ball, push the ball up the floor, attack the basket.
That's what Richardson's doing right here. Gives it to McCamey. Tough 3, no good. Rebounded by Davis, keeps it alive. McCamey will try another 3 with 5 seconds, no good. Whistle, Bradley's got it, the rebound, and there's a foul call. And the foul is against Bradley. It's against Egolf.
Pushing it back on Tisdale off the offensive rebound.
So he doesn't like that, neither does the crowd. But nonetheless, the most important thing here for Bradley is that there's only 3.4 seconds left on the clock. They still have a 4-point lead. So right now, Tisdale needs to make the first and then probably miss the second on purpose, see if they can get a tip out for a 3. But he's got to make the first one. And he does.
The most important one right here, just like you said, very critical to get the box out.
So let's see now if he's going to try and miss on purpose and try and tap it out.
I really didn't understand the possession on getting the ball in. Take the ball out to one of your quick guards, push the ball up the floor.
He tried to make it, and he did, so he hits them both. I'm a little bit surprised. It's got to be ultra quick. Again, we'll keep it right here, Sean, but I mean, you have 2 choices at that point with a down by 3. One is to miss the free throw, see if you can get an offensive rebound, kick out for a 3, or make the free throw, but now you either need a steal or you need there's only 3.4 seconds left. I gotta admit, I'm a little bit surprised that Weber didn't instruct his player to miss it on purpose.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's all kinds of philosophies. They wanted to get the quick basket. Like you said, it's gonna be a quick foul here, but I'm still have to rewind to the fact of what were they playing. 16 seconds left. There was no reason for them to start their offense way out here by the half court. The first time they attempted it almost resulted in the turnover. The second time, just get the ball in your quick guard's hands, space your shooters out, let McCamey or Richardson break the defense down and get to the basket. That whole situation coming out of the timeout was botched for the Fighting Illini.
Oklahoma State against Utah follows this thriller here in Las Vegas. That one will start approximately 7:30 right here on hooptv.net. Bruce Weber sitting down as he's talking to his players. 3.4 seconds left. Bradley with a 2-point lead, looking for a huge upset here. Illinois came to Las Vegas ranked in the top 25. They were stunned at the buzzer last night. They had a 16-point lead against Utah at the half, which they lost. And now, unless they can pull out a miracle in the final 3 seconds, they're going to leave Las Vegas with 2 losses. What a ball game we've had. Taylor Brown will inbound. He'll be guarded by Mike Davis. Bradley just looking to inbound the ball. Probably get the ball into the hands of Maniscalco, their best free throw shooter. Here comes Maniscalco fighting through. They get the ball to him, and he's fouled.
Jeff Jordan hold him like a defensive back. The official didn't pick it up.
And so now for Maniscalco, he can sink this one if he nails them both. 2.6 seconds left on the clock. And the officials will not adjust it. They'll keep it right there. We're now Illinois. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Maniscalco. Still just 18 fouls for Illinois. Maniscalco 7 for 7 from the line so far tonight. He can put this one away. There's one.
As I said, cool as a cucumber. Big shot Sam going to the line. Knocking down a big free throw, pushing his lead to 3.
And this one will wrap it up. 4-point lead. Richardson will try desperation 3, but it won't matter even if it goes, and Bradley has stunned Illinois. And look at the emotion for the kids from Peoria, Illinois, the Bradley Braves with the 72-68 upset victory over Illinois.
Bradley definitely deserved that game. Nice spirited effort. Came out hard-nosed from beginning to end since 1974. Big win. On the other side, Coach Weber's team in the Fighting Illini dropped 2 in Vegas. Is this the end of the road for Illinois? No, they just have to get better. Young team, very talented team. There's just things that they have to prepare on and work. Great job to Bradley down the stretch.
Certainly it's a wake-up call, though, for Illinois as the Fighting Illini came in here 4-0. They lose to Utah. They lose to Bradley. Now they have a tough game on Wednesday at Clemson in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. So if they're not careful, they could have a 3-game losing streak. Meanwhile, for Bradley, next game for Bradley will come against another team within the state. On December 2nd, they will play at Northern Illinois before they head back home. And boy, for Bradley, well, what a huge victory for this program, which is accustomed to winning. They're a mid-major, but they've had a lot of big victories, and you know, under their head coach Jim Les, and tonight was another one.
Yes, it was. Hats off to Jim Les. His team plays exactly how Coach Les played in the NBA. What I really liked about it in closing is that this could have been a Las Vegas tournament with teams that aren't ranked, teams that aren't really heard of every day, and it could have been a feel-good tournament. This was a hard-nosed fought tournament from every team. We've seen 3 good games, and you have to stay tuned for one more game. What an excellent tournament from the LVI, brought to you by HoopTV.net.
Yeah, exactly. As great as this one was, we still have one more. Oklahoma State against Utah for the championship of this Hoop TV Las Vegas Invitational. That one is next. Good night for now from Las Vegas. For Sean Rooks, I'm Josh Sushan. Again, don't go anywhere. At 7:30, Oklahoma State against Utah right here on HoopTV.net.